Thank you for joining me for this 45-minute meditation and emotional check-in. Please take a minute. Get as comfy as possible in your seat, in your chair, on the floor, wherever you're most comfortable. Find a comfortable position, and I invite you to begin by inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Perfect. I encourage you to breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3. Excellent. As you continue this rhythmic breathing, I encourage you to intentionally begin to release stress, tension, pain, wherever you're feeling it throughout the body. Gentle movements, gentle stretching, all while maintaining the breath cadence. Now I want you to continue the breath, and we're going to bring our focus to the top of the head. Feel the muscles in the scalp soften and relax. Release the muscles in between the eyebrows. Feel the eyelids get heavy and close fully. Allow your ears to drop toward your shoulders. Give your jaw permission to release any tension. If there's any stress in your tongue, let it relax now. Continuing to breathe. I want you to check in with the muscles that are at the base of your skull, holding up your neck. Let them soften, allowing for free flow of information and circulation from your brain to the rest of your body. If there's any tension in your throat or the back of your mouth, I invite you to swallow and let everything just sink down toward the floor. Always bringing it back to the breath. In for 4. Out for 4. Now bring your attention to your shoulders. If it feels right, push them forward, bring them up to your ears, pull them to the back, and let them sink down. You can repeat each time. When you lower, they sink lower and lower till they are at their lowest possible point, totally relaxed, tension-free. Feel the muscles in the upper arms unclench, the elbows melt and soften. Any tension in the forearms, in the palms, all the way to the fingertips. Every muscle, big and small, totally relaxed. Two, three, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. Now when you breathe in, really feel the rib cage expand. We are massaging our internal organs, our heart, our lungs, our liver, our stomach, spleen, our lungs. Working so hard. We take a moment to acknowledge everything our internal organs do for us every second of every day. We nourish them with our breath. We feel our heart rate start to slow. Our blood pressure lowering. Everything working properly and steadily. Now we let our breath expand our torsos lower. We fill all the way up into the belly button and release. When it feels right, we expand all the way down into the lowest parts of the abdomen. Massaging our intestines, massaging our reproductive organs. Nourishing every bit of our trunk, encouraging peristalsis, encouraging circulation, proper function. Any stress, any clenching, we let that go now. Using our breath for an internal body massage. Bring your body's attention now to your spine. From the very base of your skull all the way down to the tailbone. Visualize the muscles relaxing, tension resolving, pain receding. Any subluxations or misalignments correcting, coming together in perfect form. Allowing for information, circulation, and the cerebral spinal fluid to flow freely, properly, so that it may nourish and support the function of the entire body. Always bringing it back to the breath. Guiding your body's attention to the low back, to the hips, to the pelvis. Breathing out any tension, any pain. Feel the muscles of the upper leg relax. Be fully supported by your chair or by the floor. Continue to relax the muscles around the knees. Any pain, any tension exits with your exhale. You can feel your calves soften, relax. The Achilles tendon, the back of your ankle, totally releasing, melting. Any tension being held in your feet, your toes, your ankles, let it melt into the floor. With your next inhale, fill all the way to your toes and release. Again. Any stress or pain that is lingering, let it go now. If any adjustments need to be made now in your position, feel free. Stay present with your body and what you're feeling. Breathing, nourishing, cleansing. Staying in this calm state. In this moment of calm, I encourage you, with your eyes closed, to inwardly ask your body where it is storing anger. Sit with this question for a moment. Stay here until a body part comes to mind. And if nothing comes to mind, that's okay. Stay in this moment, continue to breathe, and let your body respond in its own time. If a body part does come to mind, I want you to shift your focus there. Breathe into it. Sit with it. Acknowledge it. Do any memories come up when you're thinking of the emotion, anger, when you're thinking of this particular body part in association with anger? Any trauma, any memories? Take a moment to sit with it without fear or judgment. Now, either inwardly or out loud, say, "This is anger. I am feeling anger. This is anger. I am feeling anger." Now breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We repeat. This is anger. I am feeling anger. Now breathe. Now we repeat. This is anger. I am feeling anger. With a more emphatic breath, breathe. Now, either inwardly or out loud, say, "I choose to let this go." And breathe. I choose to let this go. One more time. Biggest breath yet. I choose to let this go. We repeat this process until we feel an energy shift. Once you feel the shift, take a moment to sit in gratitude. Feel the weightlessness of having let go of something so heavy. If you need to move, if you need to shift, feel free to do that now. We're going to continue. Please take a moment in this moment of calm to ask your body where it is storing shame. If an area does not come to mind right away, that's all right. Sit with the question and let your body respond in its own time. Always continuing to breathe. When an area comes to mind, shift your focus to that specific place. Expand it with your breath. And take a moment. Do any memories come up when you think of this area and shame? Any trauma? Any additional emotions? Sit with it here without fear and judgment. We are acknowledging the past experiences that we're holding on to in the precious space within our bodies. It is perfectly normal to feel shame from time to time. That is part of being human. But it is not in our best interest to hold on to it, to let it linger, to let it take up precious space inside us. Either inwardly or out loud, I want you to repeat after me. This is shame. I am feeling shame. This is shame. I am feeling shame. And inhale through the nose. And let it out through the mouth. This is shame. I am feeling shame. This is shame. I am feeling shame. Now, either inwardly or out loud, say, I choose to let this go. And breathe. I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go. Repeat this until you feel an energetic shift. When you feel the shift, spend a moment in gratitude. Revel in the weightlessness of having let go of something so heavy. If you need to move your body a little to help let that go, help shift your position, do so now. We're going to continue. In this moment of calm, I invite you to scan your body. Ask yourself inwardly, where are you storing anxiety? Give yourself a minute. If an answer does not come quickly, stay with the question, stay with the breath till something appears. When your attention's been brought to a specific area holding anxiety, focus on that place. Breathe into that place. Expand it with your breath and let it go. It is perfectly normal to feel anxiety from time to time. It is part of being human. But it is not in our best interest to hold on to it, to let it linger, to let it take up precious space inside us. Take a minute to decide if any emotions, along with anxiety, are living here, any trauma, any memories, any exchanges, what comes along with this anxiety. Face it head on without fear or judgment. Either inwardly or out loud. Say, this is anxiety. I am feeling anxiety. This is anxiety. I am feeling anxiety. And breathe. This is anxiety. I am feeling anxiety. Breathe. This is anxiety. I am feeling anxiety. Breathe. Either inwardly or out loud, say, I choose to let this go. Breathe. Repeat this as many times as is necessary until you feel a shift. Once you feel the anxiety clear, expend a moment of gratitude. Enjoy that feeling of weightlessness, of having let go of something so heavy. If you need to shift your position, do a gentle stretch, move a little, you can do that now. We're going to continue. In this moment of calm, I invite you to check in with your body and ask it where it's storing grief. Breathe, make space. Sit with this question until your body brings your attention to an area where grief is lingering. If an area doesn't come to mind, just sit with the question and breathe until something is brought to your attention. If you have an area on which to focus, breathe into it, expand it, spend time there. Shine a light. Face the emotion without fear, without judgment. As we breathe and acknowledge the grief, does anything else come up? Any memories? Any traumas? And grief can arise from different situations. Loss of job, loss of old life, loss of friends, family. Any loss can produce grief. And it is perfectly normal to feel grief after loss. That is part of being human. But it does not serve us to hold on to it, to let it control our behavior, to let it take up precious space and energy inside us. When you're ready, repeat after me. This is grief. I am feeling grief. This is grief. I am feeling grief. And breathe. This is grief. I am feeling grief. And breathe. This is grief. I am feeling grief. Breathe. When you're ready, repeat after me. I choose to let this grief go. And breathe. I choose to let this grief go. Breathe. I choose to let this grief go. And breathe. Repeat as many times as you need to until you feel a shift. Once you feel the grief resolve and your energy change, take a second to revel in the gratitude and the feeling of weightlessness after having let go of something so heavy. If you need, gently move, stretch, shift. Do that now. We're going to enter the final part of the exercise. Always bringing it back to the breath. We center ourselves. Ask our bodies where we're holding fear. Give it a minute. Let the body respond. If no response comes, that's okay. Sit with the question and breathe. Once an area is brought to your attention, really focus on it. Breathe directly into it, expand it. It may require being brave. You can do that. You have that within you. Emotions are just fleeting electrical signals coming from the brain, eliciting a response in the body. We can handle that. Spending time in this emotion, ask yourself if there are any other emotions attached to this fear, any memories, any trauma, any pain, physical or emotional. Without any judgment, acknowledge what you're feeling. It is perfectly normal to feel fear from time to time. It is part of being human. But it is not in our best interest to stay in a state of fear, to let it live within us, taking up precious space, time, and energy. When you're ready, repeat after me. This is fear. I am feeling fear. This is fear. I am feeling fear. And breathe. This is fear. I am feeling fear. And breathe. This is fear. I am feeling fear. And breathe. Either inwardly or out loud, I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go. Repeat as necessary until you feel the shift, until you feel the fear resolve. Take this moment, actually smile, and revel in the weightlessness of having let go of so many things today that were so heavy. In your own time, you can come back to the room, open your eyes, stretch, move. Take a second to feel proud of yourself for all the deep work you did today. You may feel tired, you may feel energized. Listen to your body, drink some water. And until next time, take great care.